I'm on a roll. Third video of the day. Why not? I decided to talk about one of the most fun builds I've had in a while. And I wasn't expecting it to be fun. And maybe that's why it is fun. So I can actually show you the gear I'm using. Explain the build. We are playing Lightning Warp, Elementalist, and it's a Magic Find character. Now, we've played Magic Find characters before. Everyone's seen them. Everyone's, you know, they know what they do. They kill shit with Magic Find. You try to get lucky. Or quant, whatever you want to call it. Rarity, quant, whichever you want to do, you can do. The reason I've enjoyed this character was it exceeded my expectations. It's fast. It's actually relatively cheap to get going. And I think it performs just as well as like a tornado shot. But maybe you can't take it to the super high level of a tornado shot character. But to be honest, a Magic Find tornado shot character needs a headhunter to do like tier 16s. Or, you know, Elder maps, I feel like. I'm pretty sure if I whacked a headhunter on this build, it would be good. So what this build is it's the first time I've played Poet's Pen. Maybe that's why I'm finding it fun. But I thought I would just showcase the build, explain a bit about it, because it's not often I see a build that exceeds my expectations and I have a blast with it. So I'll take my gear out because I know over here my div card of the streamer tier is blocking it. The Poet's Pen, I have Arc, Increased Crit, and Lightning Pen. Okay? In this one, I have Lightning Warp in this Poet's Pen, Lightning Warp, Swift Affliction, and Less Duration. Basically meaning my Lightning Warp has as low a cooldown as possible, and I have a shit helmet with Lightning Warp duration on that I just used an Essence of Greed and got some life on it. Okay, so those are the key components. That's all you need. 2 Poet's Pens, one with Arc, Lightning Pen, and Crit, and the second with Less Duration, Swift Affliction, and Lightning Warp. Now you can see here in this middle skill bar, this is Arc. When I click, it shoots Arc. So it looks like when I'm fighting, I'm just leaping around like a madman, because I didn't understand what Poet's Pen was. But where I'm clicking, I am warping too. So it is a controlled build. You're not going out of control. Like when I saw it, I thought, oh, this looks crazy. So I have an impulses for the explosion. It is not linked. You do not need to link it. The only link you need is Power Siphon and faster attacks. Or you could use Frenzy. You know, if you wanted, you could put Frenzy in there. So this is it. You just need an impulses. This was 20 chaos. 2 link. 2 Poet's Pens, a Lightning Warp enchant, and the rest of the gear you can chuck on Magic Find, chuck on some Venters, some Pariahs, whatever you want to do. Biscos or a Talisman, some boots, gloves, belt. The pots I'm using, which I found to be useful, are a movement speed flask, an onslaught, you know, a silver flask with curse removal, and this one is an experimented diamond flask, which gives me more duration and res. Because at the moment, I'm not capped. But honestly, my pot is constantly up. Really. So, it's like really never not up. So, I'm always capped. Some people might not like that. But, you know, you could get yourself a better helmet and actually cap your res if you really wanted to. I just went full YOLO Magic Find. And I haven't died in a delve yet. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Well, there's not really much to explain, but I delve at like 120 sideways, and I've not died, so it can still delve. It can still find stuff. So if we go into a map, I can demonstrate what it's like. We can just pick a Burial Chambers map. We can alch it. We can val it. We can chuck some sextants on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chuck this on, boom, put those back. So this is all it does. You shoot Power Siphon, which then casts your Lightning Warp and your Arc. And I've just found it to be such a fun build, and it's really exceeded my expectations. Also, the other things to note, I'm using Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ash, and Herald of Ice with Onslaught, but that doesn't really seem to work for some reason, not very often. I've got a phase run, that's just if I'm delving. I've got, this is a slightly weird one. I've got I've got Val Arc, increased duration Onslaught. So sometimes I'll just shoot Val Arc because that makes your damage lucky. And occasionally that does help against some tougher bosses. So you can see here that what I have is capped res. I have, I think it was like, I can't remember the damage. But I am an elementalist, which means the amount of explosions that happen. This is my first elementalist. Maybe that's why I'm finding it fun as well. So it's a Poet's Pen elementalist. And you just, literally, you just hold right click. That's all you do. Is you just hold right click. It's a one button build. You know, if you want to pop some res and get some more crit chance, you can press 1, 2, 3. But honestly, you can just play the build with one.
I got the map.
With one button, which makes it quite relaxing. To play.
I got the map.
And also, I wanted an excuse to use a lightning warp. I got this out of a box like 2 leagues ago, and I was like, well, I need to make use of this lightning warp MTX, don't I?
I got the map.
So when you're streaming, you get when you're making a video, you see you get the Exalt drop. Thank you. You can see the Magic Find works brilliantly. You can find many Exalts with this build. And, you know, it works. It's really surprisingly tanky for what it is. I think it's just that you're moving a lot. I have 40 dodge, 30 dodge, 13 chance to evade. You could put a Jade Flask on there as well if you wanted. But honestly, like, the build has just worked so much better than I expected. That you can see here, you press... I'll probably die now I've said that, but it's like the first time I've ever come close to death. I don't know why that happened. I think I stepped in Corrupting Blood. My flask pots, if you're interested, are immunity to bleeding, so you can't really see it, but my flask charge is Divine Flask, gain a flask charge when you crit. I'm always critting, immune to bleed. And this one is remove freeze, and you know, it's instant recovery and low life. It's a panicked Divine Flask of heat. So it would have been nice if that was a doctor's drop, right? That would have been great for the video. But you can see, you know, if you want to tackle like an essence, it's fine. I'm only in tier 3 burial. It's not exactly an amazing showcase of strength, but I've played Magic Find builds that just die all the time. This one, I've actually got my portal gem on me, so I'll find a portal scroll and back. This one actually works really well. So what I've been doing is I've been collecting my sulfite, and then I've been going into the mine. And we've been going about depth. What are we? 100? Because that's where I found 2 bosses, so I figured I'd go sideways at depth 100. And I just see if it could do it, pretty much. I thought I was just going to die in the mine, like I wasn't going to have any single target or anything. But honestly, like, you can just zip through the mine. You watch me die on this demonstration, but honestly, I've never died at depth. What current depth am I at? 112. I've been to 130 and not died. At the moment, I'm just going sideways. And I don't know what depth you could get to, because, yeah, 3k life. Not much, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Defense in that sense. You know, I'm not going to go 300, am I? But the build works really well. So there you pop Val Arc. Your arc damage is lucky for 5 seconds because we've got it on increased duration. Everything's dead. And it can delve just fine. And, what is this? A Magma Fissure? Prospero's Deposit. I've never seen that. Prospero's Deposit. I've never seen it. I think I'll travel to that off stream. But yeah, the build has just exceeded my expectations. It cost me, I think it was like 70C for Poet's Pens, 20C for the chess piece, and then whatever magic gear find you can afford. And it's just been very surprising at how efficient it is at just killing shit. People are going to say, oh, it's just Elementalist with an Impulsors, get over it. But I didn't expect it to be this good. Maybe it's because I've never played it. But I thought with 3k life, it's going to suck. I can show you the passive tree, and I'll show you where I spent most of my currency, just to give you a few ideas. I didn't make this build. I saw this on Reddit, on the forum. When I typed in Poet's Pen, I saw a Magic Find variant, and I just copied it, and I thought it's probably going to suck, but I wasn't enjoying my witch, so I just respect it. So you can see, you know, just jumping around, and then you get to open some boxes, and it's just like, what's good about this is you get to do the burial chambers, but when you're bored, you can actually delve. So it's not like you're stuck in burial chambers, like it's the only thing you can do. No, this actually can do like some other interesting stuff. So if we look at the passive tree, the only thing to note is I have an intuitive leap here, which was 10C, I think, at the time of recording. This gives me 8% chance to gain a power charge, frenzy charge, or endurance charge on kill, and I get a little bit of max life. Can even do conduit as well if you wanted to play in parties and share some charges. All my jewels are just these, okay? They're just resists. Now, if you got a better helmet, if you maybe dropped these boots for like really high resist boots, you could get more damage, more life jewels. But all my jewels are just this: 10 res with some more res. That's it. 10 res, 12 fire and lightning. So that's it, really. There's just a few gems in there to give me some resists. But I just wanted to show the build. I think it's been a build that far exceeded my expectations. And as you can see, it finds exalts, which is always great. So that is how the build is working. The Lightning Warp Poet's Pen Magic Find, a nice small build name. Just thought I'd show it. Want to take a look at my characters? It's just pretty much spell damage, get the crit, get some life, get all these lightning nodes here, head down, get your overcharge, get your crit here, get some more crit and life, pick up some dodge and attacks, avoidance, and some more crit here. And that's basically it, really. If you leveled it up a little bit more, you could get 2 points here, 2 points here, put an inspired learning in there. I'm only 90, so you know, you could level it up a bit more if you wanted to. You could save it if you got a bit more strength. You got strength on your helmet or something, or on a you know, different piece of gear. You could lose a point there, get some more life or whatever. But it's just been really enjoyable, and I thought I'd share it with you.